Good morning. Welcome to this live stream, a special community live stream. And I have here with me Garfield. Hello, Garfield. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here and thank you for being here. We know it is such a short notice, but it's okay because we got this thing recorded anyway.
Yeah, we have a couple of important things to share. You and I have been collaborating a lot more in the past couple of weeks than we did previously,
That's right.
and I'm really excited about that. I think we have three pieces of information we want to share today, right?
Yes.
And the first one is just amazing. It's a very exciting development. And uh, should I go ahead and put our special guest on the stage? And do you want to do the honors of introducing?
No, no, you do the honors, but I'm looking at the people are coming in now, even though it's such a short notice. And there's G Giant. There's
There's
this,
Pam. There's Mystique. Hello,
yeah,
everyone. Yeah,
Tina.
let's. You know what? On second thought, let's wait a couple of minutes and wait for a few more people before we welcome our guest.
Yeah, I
So
think
let's
so
do that.
too. Yeah,
All
because
right. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your day yesterday? How was it? And you know what? Also tell me what you ate because I'd love to
yeah,
know what people ate.
Esso just told me let's eat. Because I sent him a Garfield gif in the Sabong channel,
Okay.
tapping in his stomach like this. That's why Esso said let's eat. No, it was a very good meeting yesterday. I won't deny. I woke up late this morning, 7:30, because I didn't go to bed until 2:30. But and I'm sure the community sees what we're doing in the back. It's just amazing, brother, how I know I said this before. That thoughts can only determine the things you want, but action determine the things you get. And and we have people in our team, in our community, that do less talk but do a lot of actions, and these actions are giving results, and that's why I'm excited. And I know you are too. And this person that we're bringing in excites me more, because of what she can do, what she's done in the past, and what she can do for Sabong Evolution, and also Vitruvio in the future. So exciting. This is just exciting times. And to think, Nick, we're only 30 days.
30 days.
30
Wow.
days. And I don't mean to brag. I know in the last invitation you gave me, I attended your spotlight, and I just kind of threw in a number, right? I said, you know what, Nick, I think before the event in Iloilo, we'll hit 1 million. And I'm looking at the dashboard now, we'll probably hit that before the end of the month
Wow.
or before the end of the day. Who knows, right? I don't
That's
know.
great.
I don't know. I'm so confused.
Before the end of the hour. Oh my God, we hit $1 million. Wow, that's
So
cool.
it's exciting.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I wanted to ask you. I like your shirts. What like you wear some amazing prints and all that. Are they Tommy Bahama?
Yes, yes, Tommy
Yeah. Okay.
Bahamas. It's
Well,
my
I
favorite.
recognize them because I wear the same shirts. So
But,
if
but
I'm not wearing my hoodie, I'm wearing a Tommy Bahama shirt.
that's right. I
So,
told you. I saw you several times. I go, Nick is wearing Tommy Bahamas. Wow.
all right. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we've got a few friends here and some new people. Welcome everybody, and great to have you here. So let's get started. So what we want to do now is welcome our special guest, who is a new addition to the Sabong team. So without further ado, let's welcome to the stage TQ. TQ, welcome.
I think.
Hi, hello everybody. I just want to say thank you to Nick and Garfield for setting this up. And I want to say hi to everybody in the live right now. I'm a huge fan of what you guys are building. To give an intro, hello Pam, hello John Lee and Sauce Squad. I want to give an intro to the ones that don't know about me yet. Nick, is that okay? So
Yeah,
that
yeah, please,
everybody.
please. We always love to welcome
Well, of
new folks.
course.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm really excited, guys. And for everybody who doesn't know me, hi, everybody. I'm TQ, and I'm honored to be here with the Vitruvio community today, Sabong Evolution, and of course, Earn, Exhibit. I come from the grassroots of Web3 background, and as a founder of Sauce Squad Guild Gaming, which is a purpose driven gaming guild and creative movement based in the Philippines, Sauce Squad is all about building real communities around gaming, Web3 culture, and digital ownership, not just hype. Okay, so we've worked with games like Axie Infinity, Devikins, Legends of Inari, Cypher, Tatsumiko, Wild Forest, Society, The Watch, Planet X, Moonfrost. I got a free avatar that you can use in Bag.win, and many, many more. But my job is really to help them grow loyal Southeast Asian and, of course, Web3 native communities through game nights, creator campaigns, lore integration, and charity activations. In fact, Nick is one of my first supporters of my charity, and without him supporting my first NFT minted ever in the space 4 years ago, I wouldn't have started my charity, which has now reached over 7,500 children with toys, and 650 families with relief good operations here in the Philippines. My mission has always been to create a space where players, creators, and change makers feel seen, supported, and empowered. And where the games we play become launchpads for impact, right? So we've hosted a bunch of university tours in Manila as well, offering free blockchain gaming educational courses, organized events reaching thousands of players from Web 2 to Web 3, and launched our own, you know, little integrations here and there on different games that you can play for free. Aside from that, I think what I really want is to empower entirely the gaming community and everything in between, right? So today I'm really proud in having an opportunity of serving the community of Earn by Sabong Studios as your community manager, where we're imagining how DeFi connects with user activity, right? Like Earn isn't just a rewards platform to me. It's a performance based income layer built around participation, I think, with systems like Topper and Flash Farm and Epochs. It's like designing reward engagement in ways that we feel clear and seen, and it's fun. It's worth showing up for. And I think I'm here to keep it simple, bring the hype, and make sure everybody's got the vibe and everybody's a part of this ecosystem feels empowered, feels human, and feels they're in part of a sustainable economy. I'll do my best in making sure I won't let you guys down. And I just want to thank Nick and Garfield for believing in me. Thanks for having me. And I'm looking forward to building something unforgettable with everybody here. I just love all the hearts and all the DMs. Like it's pinging right now, Nick. That's your fault. And yeah, more crazy sleepless nights coming in for me and the community, but I'm super excited.
Well, TQ, welcome. And we always, Garpila and I were talking the other day, and we said, okay, well, you're on the fast track. And you've demonstrated that yet here today, where you did not wait at all for me to ask you the questions, and you went right on ahead. So that's great. But welcome, a very warm welcome to you. It's great to have you on the team. I think we can do some wonders here. Super, super excited.
Me too. Me too. Very excited having TQ on board. I think it's a good representation. We have a female version of us, to promote in all social media. And welcome TQ. Looking forward to be working with you.
I'm
Yeah.
super excited. Sorry about that, Nick. I'm just
No,
really
no, you're
excited
excited,
to
and
meet
that's
every.
perfectly all right. See, from my perspective, as founder and CEO of Vitruvio, I welcome the energy of any project that comes on our chain, and Earn is bringing it. Sabong is bringing the energy, and you're bringing the energy, and that is what we need. We want more projects to come on the chain, and we want it to thrive. And this is exactly. And so I put my support behind every project that we are bringing on the chain here, and this one by far is making big strides, and I'm very excited to report that in the past couple of weeks our sort of collaboration has extended quite a bit, and I want to share some of those results today. So let's talk a little bit about your focus, TQ. So in the past 30 days, as we were talking earlier, the main focus of Sabong Studios has been Earn, and it's been amazing. The results are great. We are seeing many newcomers coming to our protocol and really joining. So, what is your role with Earn?
Well, for Earn, I'm just here to help grow the community, right? And not just in numbers, but maybe more in culture. Like my goal is to bring in creators, gamers, and different communities and to hear new voices, to see Earn as more than just a platform. I want it to become a movement. Right? We've been in this space for a while and I've seen so many builders out there, but without the intention of the community first. And Earn is a representation of that. It's a testament to what you guys represent in your ethos and unshakable values. And so I just stand strong with that. I really believe in what you guys are building, and I've been following you, Nick, for quite some time, and we shared a lot of moments together as well, to where I feel like I know and I feel so close to you. And now with Garfield, I only needed one meeting to feel like he's a long lost family member to me, and that's the kind of vibe that I want to spread to everybody, to make everyone see what Earn can bring and how it's changing the space. I want to help people not just to understand the mechanics about Earn, but I'm really excited about using them. And as a gamer myself, it's like a learning platform for me, right? Like what more proof can I give to the space than me as a gamer starting to learn how to earn by incentivizing myself, and where I show up. And Earn is that for me. So I'm proud to be early. I think a lot of people that I've introduced Earn to so far in the Sauce Squad in my own guild are saying like this is a really good opportunity. Not just because it's here and it's in our door, but because you opened those for us. It's because of the early stages of building it with you. And that's an opportunity that not a lot of people have in the space, especially coming into Web3. We, the community, the artists, the creators, and the gamers are usually on the exit liquidity side, right? So it's that education in empowering us and kind of like the knowledge of knowing that there's Earn in the space for everybody to kind of like say, hey, like, you can be part of this and it's not gate kept. It has to, I think it's really ready to have a ripple effect on the awareness. And I think that's my goal, to kind of like set this up on fire and show everybody like, hey, Earn is here. And it's, don't sleep on it, right? If you sleep on it, that's your loss. So I'm really happy to be here in the
That's
early
great.
stage.
Welcome. And in addition to being the community manager for Earn, you have consented to also helping us on exhibit by being our ambassador in the Philippines. So welcome, and thank you for
Yay!
this all happened so fast. I haven't had a chance to hop on a call with you and Pam, who's in the audience here. So she's our creator lead, and we can get talking and maybe even meet some of the other ambassadors from other countries that we've got going. I need to do a huddle for that. But welcome again. I'm going to ask you one last question, and you can stick around here for the rest of our stream. But let me get I asked Garfield this earlier, and I want to ask you also. What's your favorite food?
Oh my favorite food will be, there's a lot. I love to cook, but it's sinigang. Have you heard of sinigang?
I have not. Please give me what you have.
See, all the hearts are being thrown right now by the Filipino community. Sinigang, I'm sure Garfield knows, but
Yes,
it's it's, what is it, like a stew? Is it
it's a
stew?
soup. It's a
It's a
soup.
soup. but
Yeah,
it's tamarind based.
yeah,
So it makes you kind of go ugh, like that. It makes you kind of like cringe a little bit because it's kind of like sour, but it's good sour. It's almost like a warm hug every
yeah.
time you take a good sip of that soup. Um, I can't wait to cook this for you, Nick. In fact, like now that I know that you haven't tasted sinigang yet, that's the first thing I'm gonna feed you when you come
All
to the
right.
Philippines.
As long as it's vegetarian.
Yeah,
So
it's got a lot
Yeah.
of vegetables. It's
Oh
all
yeah.
vegetables.
good. That's
You know,
great.
putting in meat or fish or shrimp is an option, but it's
Yeah.
mainly the soup and all vegetables in it.
All right.
Tomato tamarind soup. There you go. Everybody's saying
Filipino
sinigang.
comfort food. I like that. That's cool. All right, that's great. Okay, well, uh, again, a warm welcome to you, TQ. Welcome to
Thank
our
you so
community.
much.
Welcome to Vitruvio. Welcome to Sabong. Welcome to Earn and Exhibit. And look forward to having a lot of fun promoting and reaching out and growing our community.
I'm super excited to be here. And of course, to the exhibit community, I just want to say thank you, Nick. I did sell my first artwork that I consigned myself. You know, I always learn the best things with you and what you've been building. And I'm so happy that everybody can see this, right? The whole squad can see this. And I think it was one comment from that post that said, there's nothing, there's no impossible with TQ, and I think you showed me that there's so many ways for us to be empowered as creators, and exhibit is something that I'm really really proud of. So I'm really proud to be a brand ambassador here. I will not let you down. I know so many creators in the Filipino community in the Philippines, in Manila, that will be down to consign and talk about this and talk about how this is such a good opportunity, because right now that's a whole controversy about incentivizing creators and empowering creators, you know, with fees and all that. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the space, even with platforms like OpenSea and Foundation, where I stopped making art. It wasn't as inspiring as when I started. And with Exhibit, I think it sparks that motivation in me, and hopefully sparks inspiration to the people around me for them to consign and share their art to the world and express themselves. In fact, I think there's two people from the South Squad here that already consigned and is working on it. So congratulations
That's
to you
great.
guys too.
Yeah, a little bit on Exhibit, since we have some new faces in the audience here. We decided to take a first principles approach to rebooting and retooling what was the first version of Web3 art, which we know what initially was very big. We had a lot of creators, but then because it didn't really have the main, it had some major flaws, and what we wanted to do was fix those flaws. And so we've been in development, almost the better part of 2 years. And one of our challenges has been how to keep the artist community sort of engaged, because artists are not used to seeing anybody share
Mm.
the development of their platform. They are used to seeing it's live, it's ready to go, and yeah. But we are a community-led project. We are 100% open, all community. We have no corporate ownership or anything like that. And so it's been interesting to bring artists along on this journey, because they're seeing Exhibit on a weekly basis, where we add features, maybe we change features. That's a normal part of alpha and beta of products, but we are doing it in the open. And so for a lot of artists, it's been I think a learning experience. But now we are at the point where Exhibit is going to scale up. We are focused. We have a vision. Our goal is to make it possible for every artist in the world to have a sustainable income through art. So people haven't seen evidence of that yet, because we haven't worked on that part yet. We were working on building the product. Now we are going to work on the marketing, on the scaling, and I'm very pleased to announce that starting today, with Sabong's help, we're going to start the journey to monetization also. So stay tuned, folks, and hold on to your seats, because we are ready for really really big things coming up ahead, and it all starts today. And I'm very excited to see some of our artist friends in the audience who've been with us from day one, because they're going to start seeing um, that our mission is now get on the road, on the path to fulfillment. So really, really excited about that. Okay, so in order to talk about our next topic and how we're going to get into monetization, we need to take a little detour and talk a little bit about earn. And so Garfield, what I want to do here is I want to share this earn dashboard here and talk a little bit about it. So we started about 30 days ago, and so far you can see that there's been $737,000 that have come into the platform. For those of you who don't know, in a nutshell, with earn, you buy you put in money, and in 180 days you get 150% of that money back, but you can claim it daily. You can claim daily, and in addition to that you get packages as assets. So you can see here that while there's been $737,000 put in, the actual earn amount that people are going to withdraw and earn is $1.1 million. Oh wow, it feels amazing to say that. So and one of the cool philosophies, because Garfield is forever thinking of ways to enhance the Vitruvio blockchain and the ecosystem. Right away, when Earn launched, he said, we're going to put 15% of Earn funds into ecosystem token buybacks, into liquidity. And you can see here that the liquidity has gone into Vitru, into Vitro, into SavoX, also into Vibe. Vibe is our community token where everyone who's holding Vibe, it makes income forever whenever any of the protocol products make a sale. So in the case of Exhibit, whenever Exhibit sale occurs, 2% of the funds go into Vibe, and everyone makes money. So, and we've also seen here funds put into liquidity. So this is a whopping almost 100K. I think this has to be updated because it's a little over 100K, right?
Yes.
So that is amazing. So talk to us a little bit, Garfield, about this 15%. What is your thinking behind it? That's a lot of money to just give away.
Well, if it means for the ecosystem to grow, I think it would be, it would be beneficial not only for the community but also for Earn, because when a person buys a package, they don't just get a daily income. They actually get an asset as well along with the package, and that's what makes it even more exciting because of the asset accumulation. So for me, when we came up with this strategy, it's driven by the desire of really growing the blockchain, really growing the ecosystem, really attempting to see Savo and Vitru and Vitro, all these tokens, native tokens and native coins of the blockchain grow organically. And that's the purpose of this 15% buybacks.
All right, that's amazing. It's a great way to sort of kickstart our ecosystem because liquidity has been a problem. This is not a problem for many L1s that are VC funded. They get a lot of capital and they dump it, some of it into liquidity. We are community funded, so we have to work very carefully with a very tight budget, and we have to choose between, well, do we actually build out the application or do we fund some feature, or do we put it into liquidity? And honestly, this earn has been a godsend because we've really capitalized on getting that liquidity going in the tokens. And what we are seeing though is whenever the liquidity is provided with the Dexter Autobot, the I guess not an Autobot bot,
Yeah.
um, we see a surge in the token price. But one of the challenges with us has always been that we gave over 21 million free tokens to the community, and the liquidity isn't there to back it up, and a lot of them are willing to sell at a very low price. And so
That's
we are seeing that happen, but that's gradually going away as we are left with people who believe in the project and are going to continue to hold. So that's exciting, actually. So we can get rid of the tokens that we know people don't want to hold and are willing to part with for cheaper. And in fact, I know you told me that a lot of your investors are picking up those tokens. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So and that's the reason why more, more funds are coming in because they see that the system works. You know
Yeah.
how some protocols, put together something, they roll out, they give you a white paper. This is what we're going to do, and that's why we need to raise funds, and the community just hold on to the tokens, and which is a good thing. But the bad thing is when the protocol disappears. Us, on the other hand, what we decided to do is we work from the back to the front. And that's what we did. And that's the reason why I'm really excited, because people are seeing that, especially investors are seeing that we don't just show them white paper. We show them tangible products. We
Yeah.
show them tangible assets. And with that alone, just a meeting I had yesterday was amazing, because this guy was an accountant. This guy he was very good. He's an American guy. I love the guy, and he asked questions that are so good, that are very good, that I'm able to overcome, that I'm able to answer, that I'm able to respond back to. So I think that we really have something good going in here.
Yeah, I love what I love the idea of liquidity, etc. And I got thinking that we are rolling out new features on Exhibit all the time. In fact, what you're seeing right now is about two versions behind, because in QA we have made a lot of changes, and just we are waiting to release them because they all go hand in hand. But I came to you 2 weeks ago with an idea, and I'm very grateful that you said yes to the idea, because it is going to really change lives of, I feel, thousands of people, and going to put Exhibit on the map really for everybody. So the idea was actually very, very simple. I said, hey, Garfield, you got 15% of earned funds going into the ecosystem, uh, but tokens are not only the component in our ecosystem. We have other things too. We have Exhibit and we have artists.
Right.
So can we apply a part of this liquidity to Exhibit? And without thinking, in a fraction of a second, you said yes. And I expected to give you the hard sell. I expected to tell you that, you know what, monetization is the key to our success for artists, because sustainable income is our commitment that we are making, and we need to get there. And in order to get there, we have to get buyers. But we don't get buyers until it's basically a flywheel. You have to
That's
get the
right.
flywheel going, and then it goes faster and faster. And your yes means the flywheel can start going right away, and
That's
that
correct.
is amazing. And in 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 the way the Filipinos talk, I'm going to say, Sir Garfield, thank you, thank you very much. This is amazing, because it is going to light us up in terms of Exhibit. So let's see where we are going. So as I said, you've provided so far liquidity to Vitro, Savo X, and Vibe, and now liquidity for Exhibit. So what
Yay.
does that really mean? So let's parse this out. All right,
Yes.
40 days, $100,000, and that was just getting started. You have much bigger goals, including a meeting in Iloilo, which I'm also going to attend next month, where you intend to scale this up. I don't know, 2x, 5x. What is the number we're talking about?
That's right. My goal is to go 5, 8, 10x,
Okay,
and I think we can do it. But God willing, of course, I think we can do it.
that's great, because then, if you talk 5x and 15% of that, that's 15% of $5 million as liquidity for not just Exhibit. That's still going to be shared among all the
That's right.
tokens, but we get
Right.
a portion of that. And the way, from the recent announcement I saw, you're going to be very dynamic and fluid about that, where you're going to determine the need, and based upon that, do microtransactions for some of these tokens. But for Exhibit, we have a very unique way we want to
That's right.
deliver this liquidity. And I'm so excited, because I don't think anyone's ever done anything like this.
I think it's
And
the first time. Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
So we're going to see significant amounts of attraction here, with funds flowing directly to artists. So the
Nick,
key question is,
yeah,
how
Nick,
will it work?
I think even TQ herself will be blown away by this.
I'm
Yeah.
already blown away. First, I just want to say real quick, Garfield, you are the goat. Everybody in the chat is saying you're the goat. And, we need more people like you in the space who actually know what it's like to build the foundations of a sustainable economy with Nick. And even though, Nick is a superpower on his own, right? We are big fans of Nick and
Yeah,
what he has built. It's almost like I see what he's building even more with this team. And a lot of the projects that we see going around in the space do not offer anything close to this kind of sustainability that you guys have right now, and to where you got the whole ecosystem locked down. And that's the key for long-term growth, in my opinion, right?
Yep.
Because builders get feedback, users get stay engaged, there's retention over there, and you're making sure that everybody gets incentivized for their time for showing up, and during the early stages no less, right? New
Yeah.
members feel welcomed because it's we are in the early stage, and you guys have set that culture. I'm just here to kind of like nurture it even more, and the value circulates with
That's right.
what you provided, with the liquidities that goes around, and to where now artists and creators and gamers feel connected, not just in the passion and inspiration that fuels us inside, but within the ecosystem, to where we can all help each other out. And with what you guys got cooking, man, who let these people cook? It's crazy. Someone's
Thank you, TQ. I'm sorry to cut you short, but we only have 20 minutes before our
oh,
space is there. So, and we have a lot of material to cover.
okay.
So,
let's do it.
if you don't mind, I'm going to proceed with how the exhibit liquidity is going to work, because I'm sure a lot of people are anxious to hear that.
Yes, yes.
All
Absolutely.
right. So let's talk about it. First of all, it's very important for people to understand that this is new. We don't have things laid out in stone. We are experimenting. We're going to experiment every day, every week, with new and different techniques. What we have at the foundation is capital coming in. So capital is coming in, and now we have to figure out how are we going to deploy it efficiently, to using the platform and using the goals of the platform to target our capital. So what we want to do is focus in it from a goal perspective. So the earned liquidity goal is completely aligned with exhibit. So the liquidity goal is to promote exhibit objectives. What is our objective? Our primary objective right now is to scale up, right? And what we want to do is we want to scale up with our newest feature, print on demand. So thanks to Sabong, we did an amazing exhibition in Dubai where we fast tracked development of the print on demand feature. We tried it out. We saw some flaws. We have now fixed those flaws. We are very close to being done with that. And so what we want to do is now roll that feature out to everybody, because we had only rolled it out to like about 100 or so artworks. Now it's going to be available for everybody, and we're also going to increase the product footprint. We just had 2 products. Now we're going to increase it to like 5 or 6 products, and also support all orientations of artworks. We only supported vertical. Now we'll support horizontal, square, and get that going. So in effect, just about every artist on exhibit who has a static piece of artwork, we can't obviously do print on demand for video. Maybe in the future there'll be like LED mugs and all that kind of stuff, but right now we don't have those. We have static stuff. So if you've got a static artwork on exhibit, it will automatically, without you doing a single thing other than, well, I'm sorry, you got to check a box that says I enable this print license. So once you do that, it's available. It's available for everybody to print. And so how are we going to use this earned liquidity to scale up print on demand? Here, folks, this is fun. What we're going to do is do live stream sessions multiple times per week. Remember, our goal is not to just have folks already in crypto, just have everybody who is not in crypto, who is just interested in art, uh, get in, see what we are building. So what we'll do is in these live stream sessions, we want to invite everybody. And we want to start off with a quick introduction to Exhibit and print on demand feature. And then we have something we do on live streams called Magic Squares. It's just a way to put in a bunch of
Wallet.
entrance into
Yeah.
a square and randomly pick one. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Magic Squares with everyone who shows up on the live stream. And we don't want this to be about Web 3. This is more Web 2, because our we want to sell, we want artists to be able to sell to the everybody. So
That's
the
right.
requirement for the Magic Squares will be an email address. When you've attended previous sessions with Magic Squares, it's been with wallet addresses. No more. It's going to be with email addresses. And what happens, just for privacy purposes, is when you join with an email address, you get assigned a number. That number is yours. It's uniquely yours for that session. And that number is what goes into Magic Squares. And what we do is we play Magic Squares multiple times and we pick some winners. Okay. Remember, this is anybody. Anybody who has an email address is welcome to join and welcome to play. Then what happens is every winner gets a US dollar credit on Exhibit. Where does that funding come from? Earn. That's the earn liquidity. So we have to do a little bit of work to decide how much that's going to be. But let's say for the purpose of our discussion here that it's $50 or maybe it's $30. We don't know. Okay, but the person can then go on Exhibit. They can go here and choose any artwork they want. They can choose any creator, any artwork they want, and they can then choose any product they want. So whether it's a mug, a hat, a tote, a canvas print, an aluminum print, whatever is available, we're gonna make. You can choose that, and at checkout, that credit you won in the Magic Squares is automatically applied, so you can get that product and the artwork for free. Or if it's over, you have to pay that amount with your credit card. But here's what happens, and this is really the exciting part. Because the funding is coming through earn liquidity and not a credit card, for those purchases we're going to remove the 30-day waiting period. So ordinarily when you have a print on demand product, because it comes with the credit card, we have a waiting period, because the user might cancel it or might report it as a fraud or anything like that, and then there's something called a chargeback. So we have to protect for that, and that's why there's a 30-day waiting period. But with this, the funding's already there and it's not going to be taken back. So we're going to funnel that directly to the artists right away for their share of that. Of course, we send part of the funds to the print service provider, and if there is a referrer, they also get a part of the funds. So what this means is we're going to make it very easy for artists to get this liquidity and have instant liquidity. Now, with a normal sale, you have VUSD that gets converted to VTrue, and then you have to go sell that VTrue on an exchange or somewhere. We're going to bypass all of that. You will still we'll still do the sales in VUSD, but we're going to try and credit you in USDC on in your vault. So we're going to add that support to your vault, so you can claim on USDC. Now, don't hold me to that exact workflow, because we might optimize it a little bit and might drop it directly into the first wallet of your vault, because then you don't have to do any claim. The money just shows up instantly. So, but our goal here is that we have crypto liquidity, and so we provide it to the artists to instantly get that liquidity, that capital. And guess what? The audience, who are total strangers, anybody, is going to get a product with your artwork on it. The reach of it is going to be amazing. The scale of it is going to be amazing. And I'm just super, super, super excited that we can do this for the artists in our community. So let's talk a little bit about timing and how we're going to do it. First of all, before I go on, Garfield, thank you again. Any remarks on this?
No, it's exciting. I'm listening to you, and I'm like, wow, this is really, it's like it's an open market for everyone, and you've come up with a great idea, and that's the reason why when you asked, you haven't even finished. I said, yes, let's do it for the exhibit people.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to start as soon as print on demand is live with multiple products. Our ETA is within 2 weeks. I say within 2 weeks because we are really on the cusp of getting things done. We just need to test it out a little bit, and boom, we are ready to go. But we don't want to lose out the liquidity. So what we'll do is until then, Earn will accumulate the liquidity for exhibit.
That's
So we'll share a wallet address with the community, and you'll see the funds already being accumulated as print on demand gets ready for prime time for everybody to use. And then we'll start our Magic Square sessions. I'm thinking twice a week, but I don't see why we couldn't do it more times a week. Maybe TQ, you can host a few. Pam can host a few, if I'm not available, and
100%.
really have some fun. You know, um, our goal is around 5 to 10K in liquidity per week. So that is simply amazing. So we as artists, we all know that things are very bleak right now in terms of trying to sell the traditional NFT, and so we don't want to attempt to do that. Our goal is to innovate and grow this market, and we know the only way we are going to grow the market is to tap into folks who are not in crypto right now, who just love art and want something that's art centric. And this is exactly the way we are going to get there. This is reaching out to the masses where um, initially, for the foreseeable future, every week, just come to a live stream and you get a free product,
this like exhibit on steroids, Nick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I can't wait for the next couple of weeks as we kind of figure everything out. The devil is always in the details. In this case, there's no devil. The fun is in the details. We'll get that worked out. We'll communicate with the artists, and I expect to see an explosion of new artists on exhibit as a result, because really, um, they'll start to understand that you don't need to do marketing. We're doing the marketing. We are getting the liquidity. All you have to do is create amazing art. That's what we want to do. But
That's right.
we'll also have some challenges along the way, because I think challenges are interesting and help us focus on subset of artworks instead of all thousands and thousands of artworks. And we'll take advantage of showcasing our Folio feature, which is really Shopify for art. In less than 10 minutes, you can create your own website, which is like Shopify, where you can sell your art. So we'll have some contests around that to help more artists understand the value proposition of Folio, and more galleries actually understand Folio, because Folio is first and foremost targeted towards galleries and artist collectives, etc. But 5 to 10K of liquidity per week coming up in 2 weeks. We'll kickstart this, and we'll start. We might even do some advertising to get people to come to these live streams and win this. Now, again, I started off by saying we are experimenting. So we're going to identify new ways and other ways also beyond the magic squares. So innovation is the name of the game, and we lead in that. And so we want to do that. We want to come up with new and exciting ways. So there's a space here in about 10 minutes. I'll probably be a little late, guys. So please start the space without me. We need a little more time to discuss the next topic, but we'll talk a little bit about this in more detail on the space and answer all your questions. So we're really, really excited, and thank you again, Garfield. You have very soon thousands of artists will be pinging you and saying thank you, because this is going to be a flywheel, and our focus is not a one-off sale. It's sustainable recurring sales for artists, and this is the way to get there. We'll get things moving. So again,
I,
thank you
I
so
wanted
much.
to say this, Nick. You said thank you, and you're welcome. Um, but this is my belief. It is in giving that we truly receive. So for me, giving is automatic, and I love to give. Especially when I see growth. I love to give, and in that process, I too receive from other groups of people. You see, so when investors see our entire ecosystem, they believe, and so they come. And part of that is shared with everyone as we continue to grow the ecosystem. Back to you.
That's great. All right, so that is our current announcement on earn liquidity for exhibit. Join us in the space for more. But let's go on to our next topic now, which is something very, 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 very big. All right, so
More?
let's take a
Oh my goodness.
let's take a look here. So on our dashboard here, uh, uh, we have with every earn purchase, every buyer gets VTrue and Savo. And you can see here there's 4.3 million VTrue purchased and 6.8 million Savo purchased. So Garfield came to me a while back and discussed this issue, is that we have a limited amount of VTrue in the Vitruvio treasury. Garfield's got a limited amount of VTrue there, but we are scaling up so fast that it's untenable for us to sustain that level of VTrue and Savo. So we want to continue to give that asset benefit to buyers. I think Garfield said earlier that earn, you get your money, you get the earn, the additional money, but you also get tokens. So what we wanted to do was to address this issue in a way that benefits the buyers in a very nice way. So let's talk about that. Uh, we are pleased to collaborate and introduce today the Earn Folio of Tokens, EFT. This is a new program, and what it does is it gives earn buyers a long-term stake in a pool of tokenized assets and a chance to earn additional income over time. So this is really cool. I'm excited about this for our community because it's really an innovation, I feel. The EFT works through two simple and transparent mechanisms: burn to earn and turn to earn. So we'll learn about that. But first, let's get Garfield's take on Earn Folio of Tokens. What do you think?
Well,
And
I have this smile in my face because I know we originally talked about ETF,
yeah,
and we keep going back and forth, as we collaborate, and we've decided for the Earn Folio tokens because we don't want to be misunderstood, misconstrued, right? But the more I look into this Earn Folio tokens, brother, this is an amazing uh, perk benefit that we're giving the community. They're not buying it, they're not paying for it. And just like what we did when a person buys into a package, they don't only get the daily income, but they also get an asset that comes with the package, and that's what makes it solid. And I like what you said a while ago, that we have already sold over 4 million VTrue and over 6 million Sabo. What we don't want to do is overflood the market, right? So
yeah,
we want the community to know that we in the back, we in the core team would always look for the best solution if there is something that could potentially pose a problem in the future. And that's the reason why EFT was born.
amazing. All right, let's look at how it works. And so, first of all, every buyer is going to get an EFT card. It's a digital card where it's essentially a non-fungible token, and each card has folio units, which we affectionately call FUs. So Garfield likes to have fun with his token names. There's the SHAT token and so on and so forth. So we've got FU folio units here, and each $1 buy gets you one FU. That is very funny.
It's a lot of FUs.
Yeah, yeah. We have 700,000 FUs due at the moment. Yeah, there's 737 FUs. All right. Uh, so what happens with those FUs? Well, first you have a choice of burn to earn. So 2% of all earned incoming funds go into a liquidity pool. So you saw earlier that we have 15% of overall funds going into liquidity. Some of it's going to go to exhibit now, and 2% of it is going to go into the EFT liquidity pool. So that's always funded. And 180 days after purchase, you can burn your FUs and you can get your pro rata share of the liquidity pool, and then you're done. So if at 180 days, you've got all your earned income, you're done, right? You've got everything,
Right.
and you're like, okay, I want to close this out. You can then burn whatever FUs you have and immediately get a portion of that liquidity. It's yours. It's USDT. It's yours instantly in your wallet, and you can do what you want to with it. Or, or, and this is the fun part, you can do turn to earn. So, what is turn to earn? Don't burn your FUs and keep earning forever for the
Wow.
rest of your life. Forever. How does that work? Well, the EFT contract will be loaded initially with token assets such as VTrue, SavoX, Vitro, Vibe, etc. We estimate these will be valued at around 1.5 to $2 million. Boy, that's a lot. That's a lot, Garfield.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fill up this contract with assets, all right, valued at around 1.5 to 2 million. Every week, 2% of the assets that are profitable will be sold, and the resulting funds go into a turn pool. All right. So now we've got the burn pool, which is for people who want to burn their FUs and get liquidity instantly. The turn pool is for people who want to make money forever off their initial earn buy.
That's true.
So the funds that go into the turn pool, all the FU holders will have 1 week to claim their share from the turn pool. Who knows what it's going to be? If there's 1 week where there's a big surge and some token is very profitable, you take 2% of that amount goes into the turn pool. So everyone who wants to can claim, but there will be people who don't have the time or don't know about it or don't claim. So at the end of the week, there will be unclaimed funds that are in that turn pool. Guess what? They roll over to the next week.
Wow.
So the next week's turn pool is automatically going to have whatever was unclaimed in the previous week, and it'll be bigger then. For the next week, you have more to claim from, and basically, this is available to everybody, but it's enabled 60 days after you purchase. So you don't even have to wait the full 180 days.
Yeah.
Just 2 months after you purchase, the turn pool becomes activated for your EFT card. And the important thing is you hold on to that card, you hold on to your FU units, you don't burn them, and you can earn forever. This is amazing.
Yeah. And you're able to access it every week.
Every
Cash,
week.
cash out.
Yeah. So earn is actually more than that 6 months of initial committed window. With an EFT, it becomes a forever thing. You can earn forever. And as I understand, you explained to me that the assets are not static. You're going to put in more assets as the liquidity allows and the investment managers make decisions. They're going to put more assets in there, which
Yeah.
means turn is only going to grow.
And it's what they call a blue chip asset.
Yeah. Wow.
That's really exciting.
That's just amazing. So that's it. I think it's that simple. Burn or turn. There's not much complexity to it, and it's really giving people the ability to earn forever. So as I understand it, it is already live on the site, but not the UI isn't fully there. So if you go to the site right now and if you buy, you're gonna get an NFT. You're gonna get an EFT card, but there isn't yet. It isn't yet showing up in your account, and it'll appear within 24 to 48 hours. So the site will be updated. If you want to learn more about the EFT card, you can go to the buy page on earn.sabongstudios.com and then click on learn more, and that's going to show you a PDF, and that explains everything about the program. So the EFT is already being generated, but they won't be visible yet. Yeah, this is it. This is exciting. And now the question will come, what about folks who already have Vitru and Save? Well, you can see here on the account page that there's a convert to EFT column that's saying coming soon. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see a button that allows you to switch from the two tokens that you got to EFT if you want to. It's
If you
totally
want,
optional.
yeah, it's an option. Yeah,
It's if you want
not
to keep your
mandatory.
V-True and your Sabo, go right ahead and keep it. But if you want to switch, you can switch to EFT. And but it's an all or nothing proposition. You can either keep all of them or keep none of them. That's
Yeah.
really exciting.
And I think,
So
Nick, if I may, I think what's good about this EFT is the being able to access it 60 days later, rather than how we have the earn program that your 100 becomes 150 given to you on a daily basis for the next 180 days. EFT is given to the community without cost. It's an added asset to the package that they buy, but it's 60 days on top of the 180 days that they're getting a daily income. After 60 days, they can also claim from this pool of money. I
yeah, so
think
in
that
addition to
Amazing.
claiming daily, you get to claim weekly also, and really top up your income.
wow,
And if those assets are doing well, then really that's a significant income that people had not counted on. Obviously, the early earn buyers, they would hold on to Vitru and Savo with the potential of selling them at a higher price.
right,
But that's a one and done kind of thing where they sell it and it's done, right? With the EFT, it's really recurring income, and so I think it would be smarter for people to convert once that feature is available. But
that's right.
it's an optional thing, so they can continue to have the Vitru and Savo, or they can partake in this. And as I understand it, these are not the only features. There'll be more features coming for EFT holders because that
Oh, yeah,
card represents your ownership in Earn, and so you could do other things also, which because we are building the whole Sabong ecosystem with the games, with the energy drinks, with the swag, with the movie, etc. That EFT card is your gateway into the Sabong Studios
that's right.
ecosystem. So it's going to become pretty valuable to have that card soon, and I expect that it'll show up on some marketplaces also soon. So
It's
yeah,
sorry to say this.
EFT.
Oh,
EFT.
I
I'm
like
just
I like
loving
what
everything.
Apricot said. He goes, Garfield invented a way to tell people "f you."
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
true. The
smart.
community loves it so much, and I
Yeah,
think you found we love you even more, Garfield, because of this.
yeah.
amazing.
And there was another comment that was fun. Fun. Rohan Ganapathy said, "When all the FUs sell out, please end it by saying we have no FUs to give."
We have zero FUs to give.
If I'm thinking in my head, the more F you get, the more money.
Yeah, yeah. This is great.
It's fun.
I
All right.
love it.
Um,
I love how you guys are rewarding those that believe in the long term as well with this. So it's kind of like you guys are covering the incentives of two different types of investors, right?
Right.
And giving that option. I don't know how like how other people feel, but I feel like we're on the same page here. It's just It's just empowering us even more, to kind of like understand what it takes to build an ecosystem for the community. And you guys, man, I'm just in awe of what you guys turn to earn is awesome.
Yeah.
I love EFT. I love it.
It's like
Everybody loves it.
yeah, it's like this. You burn to earn, right?
Earn
Burn
to
to earn,
earn.
burn. It's gone, right? Turn
Yeah.
to earn is like this.
that's
I
fun.
love it, man.
It's
That's so
always there,
fun.
you're like it's always there forever, right?
All
So
right, I think it's time to wrap up because we have got a space to go to.
Oh,
okay.
Summarizing our three topics. First of all, welcome TQ to our community. Great to have
thank
you.
you. It feels like home, Nick and Garfield.
That's great. And thank you, Garfield, for the liquidity pumping
Thank you,
into Exhibit. That
Garfield.
is amazing. We love it. And also thank you for EFT. This is an amazing program. Um, can't wait to get an EFT myself.
Yes,
And
me too.
yeah, this is great. So thanks everyone for attending. If you are able to, please join our space on X. You can find the link on the Exhibit app, Twitter, well, X account, also on my account, and we'll see you there shortly. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
See you
Everyone.
guys.